Hey guys, what's up? Hey Missy, all out, Russ, Cynthia, good to see you guys. Yeah, we'll give you guys an update on what's going on. Can somebody give me a 5 for 5 there in the chat, just so I know everything is good to go before I go on talking here for whatever, and maybe be talking to the wall. Who knows? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 if you would. All right, cool. Hey Greta, good to see you. Badger, Ruthie, what's happening? Marcy, what's up? Cynthia, George, awesome Kiwi. Tommy, my brother from another mother. Bird. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and just jump into this because I don't really want to make this all that very long. It is like in the middle of the night, but we've had some stuff going on, and I'm going to talk about it. So anyway, Schumann Resonance. I haven't shown you guys this, obviously, because I haven't been doing videos, but there's really not a whole lot going on, guys. Not with this. There is, oh, really? Huh. Missy says there's a tsunami warning. We can check that out real quick. What was it? Was it caused from an earthquake, Missy? I'm assuming. If I'm correct on that. Let's do this real quick. Let's go over here to the buoy, National Buoy Center, and we can see if any of the buoys are in event mode. Let me see here. Where's my... There it is. Oh, wow. You could be right. Check it out, guys. See those? Those two buoys are in event mode. Tonga volcano? Okay. Well, it's definitely costing stuff. Hey, Angel. Hey, Brian BK, what's happening? We'll look into this here in just a minute, okay? Thank you guys for pointing that out. Hey, Steve-O. I tell you guys, you know, it's, yeah, we can go, I'll just type in volcano at Tonga, and we'll go check that out here in just a second. But I do want to go over what's going on in space here real quick before we get into this. Just let me fly through that real quick with you guys. Anyway, we are in a G2 storm level. Okay, this was completely unexpected. That I mentioned yesterday, they were talking about a G1 possibly from a coronal hole stream. But I got some stuff here I want to show you, and I'm going to show you guys why this happened. And what transpired. Now, obviously, it tapered off really, really quick. Okay? Because it was a quick burst. I don't want to call it quick. It was a hard hit, and there was a crack in our magnetic field. And it allowed this stuff to just spew in. And you can really see it on the South Pole, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. But we've had some more sunspots pop up today. Check these out, man. I mean, we've got like 8 or 9 of them now facing the Earth. And just about 3 or 4 days, 5 days ago, we only had like 2. And then before that, you know, a whole lot of other things, you know, was going on there. So, but yeah. So let's check this out real quick. I will, this is the flare, the X-ray absorption here, because the sun's been doing its thing too. We've had another sizable CME that could be giving us a glancing blow here in the next couple days. It popped off right after that bigger one popped off yesterday with the M flare. This one wasn't quite as powerful. It was larger though in size, it looked to be. So yeah. But again, like I said, guys, we're in a G2. So here's that flare, and then we had that one there, and this one here. If you guys can, I was actually talking to. I got a comment from Raven, and you know, you guys can go back and read it. It's there, but they were asking if this stuff could build and then just like blow. You know, typically what happens, guys, with these sunspots, they'll start to become unstable because of they don't like the polarity of their brother, okay, that's really close to them, right? So it's not really building. It's more, you got to think of it more like a short, in a wire, right? And that's a very basic analogy, okay? But this was a longer duration one. You know, sometimes we see these flares and they look like this right here, right? Just straight up, straight down. Well, this one here, and I showed this to you yesterday, it went up there and then it had a slow taper of X-ray production because it was still, you know, blasting that X-ray out. Now this one, if you were to compare here to here, this one here lasted longer, right? And I'll show it to you here in just a second, that flare. But these are their forecasting now. Again, we're going to be in another storm level, they're saying here late today into tomorrow. And I'm talking about, obviously, the 15th, 16th. So, yeah. Yeah, everything is ramping up, Missy, for sure. You guys still there? Just want to make sure. Okay. We should be there. All right. Okie smoky. We'll go on. So what can we expect of the G2 storm? You know, high latitude power systems may experience voltage alarms. So you look at this one. Long duration storms may cause transformer damage. And now that ain't going to be down to where most of us live. Hey, Fi. In mid latitudes. There's going to be in what we call high latitudes, which is obviously closer to the poles. And Angel, what's up? But, so you got that. And it could cause transformer damage when you get those long duration ones. And it was a few hours long. That thing seemed to, you know, like really stay there. Corrective actions to orientations may be required by ground control for, you know, because it increases drag on the satellites when they're in orbit. So they got to make, you know, no Carrington event. They got to make adjustments, right, to get it back and keep it in orbit, pretty much. Hey, Douglas, what's up? So, anyway, that's what you can expect with that. And it can do radio propagation issues, especially on the day side when it hits. Depends on, you know, the timing. Now, this storm here actually produced some really good aurora. And again, it didn't last all that long. But the timing of it, if you lived in, I like that, Fly. The timing of it, if you lived in Europe, you had a better chance of seeing a lot of this stuff. Okay? So, again, I was talking about the sunspots here, and we're going to look at the magnetogram. I don't show you guys this one often, because typically I'm showing you an event, but I'm going to show you the sunspots. Okay? So what are we looking at? Well, when you see the red and the blue, you got positive, negative, okay? And you can see them growing. And I think this is a really cool one to look at because it does give you a good idea. Now, this one down here is the one that fired the bigger one off today, okay? We had one over here off the limb that fired the M-class flare. So what you're looking for here, guys, is when you start seeing like these bigger ones, like maybe a big one here and this one here, and if they start getting buddies in the middle, they don't like playing together, typically, okay? So you look at this one just like pop up right in front. I mean, that's right Earth facing. And then this is what I say, guys. You know, when we look at this, these things can pop up and go away just as fast as they came. There's really no good way to say, hey, yeah, there's going to be a sunspot right there in 12 hours. So, but watch this sunspot develop. Watch how quick it does it. It really didn't do much till it got about right here, and then boom, it starts doing this. And see how you got your positive and negative. So when those two things are close to each other, they start crossing and bam, there you go. Hey, Anna. Bird Banger, what's up? Mankind has going to be without impact, just breaking our atmosphere and speed. Yeah. Yep. Mary, what's up? Am I cutting out? Are we good? I'm going to keep moving, but if we're not good, somebody please tell me. And yeah, so we'll move on from that. But so let me show you guys this. Yeah, it's interesting, Gail. Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Hey, the crazy Mexican, what's up? Cynthia. Okay, thank you, Cynthia. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys it on this one, on the 131, because it shows it really, really well as far as this right here. That's just a filament. Now, again, I'm not gonna be able to show you the flare here because it's not on this this time lapse. Actually, I can run it back again. We'll do that here in just a second. But it came from here. Now, again, I'll show it to you here. Actually, I'll just show it to you on the 211 because I think I got that keyed up already. And it is right here. So it's going to happen right over here, guys. Okay? The second flare. Watch this thing. Bam. See that? So that was those two sunspots. Well, it's one sunspot grouping, but that's what I was showing you guys there a second ago. Okay, over on the magnetogram model. So we got that going on right there, and you can see it with the whole atmosphere. I've shown you guys this before. Look at the haze of it all, and watch it just ripple across the whole face of the sun. See it? Right about, boom. And you can see the disruption. And you can see it interact after it erupted. You can see the sunspot over here start to be destabilized. This M-class flare fired off. And again, like I said, that's almost 180 degrees on the other side of the sun. And we talked about this before. Hey, Becca. Good to see you guys. What we got going on there, I've talked about this a bunch. Hey, Rippy. When you get a flare or a CME or whatever, oftentimes we see on the exact opposite side of the sun, you'll see another eruption. Now, typically they're a little smaller, and that's exactly what happened here as far as size. Powerful, I mean. This one up here fired off, and then this one down here went after that. And we see it a lot, and that's why when I see something fire off the backside of the sun, I look the next 5, 6, 7, 12 hours, I look and I pay attention a little bit more because a lot of times we'll get one fire off our direction after that. So, yeah. Hey, AB. Chantel. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, this isn't scary stuff or anything like that. It's just, this is activity. And, again, we're ahead on the amount of sunspots we've had. Our solar cycle 25 is overperforming at right now. Okay. It's above their predictions, their forecasting. Almost every data point right there is above their line. So everything is a little bit more active. Now, what we've been noticing is we'll see the sunspots and we'll get really, really active for like a week or two. And as they start rotating off, then we don't see nothing for like a week or two. So it kind of lets people let their guard down, I think. Not that we should be like, white knuckling it through life or anything like that. I'm just saying that, we got to pay a little bit more attention. And when we get a lull time, sometimes, we become lapsed in what we're doing, and then we don't pay attention at all. So I wanted to point that out. So yeah, we can, that was a pretty sizable thing going on there. Now, here's Soho. All right. And again, guys, I show you guys this all the time, right? This is right out in front of the Earth looking at the sun. And so I'm just going to start this thing. Oops, that's backwards. Okay. Now this one, that M flare, guys, was very interesting. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But watch this one fire off that I just showed you right here. Okay. They think that one may clip us. Hey, Tom, what's up? But do you guys notice this? This is an M flare. This was not. This was not as powerful. But you see the size difference? And what's happened here, it's almost like a jet, but it wasn't like a ball of plasma either. So I think if you look at your perspective here, If you were able to take this picture and rotate it like away from you, like roll it, we're almost looking at the horizontal path of the CME part of it. So if you were to turn that, it would almost look like this, I think. Now, granted, that was a very, very precise, like, CME there. We don't see these kind that often. Because I don't think most of its energy was really, really in tight. You can definitely tell on this one it was not. That was going out in all directions. This one seemed to have more of a purpose or something, I don't know. But it shot out there pretty good. I mean, watch it right here. It's almost like, well, we call them solar flares. It looks like a road flare. Watch, right here where my cursor is. Looks exactly like a road flare. You can even kind of see it roll, and when it rolled a little bit, we got to see a little bit more of it, right? Just like I was explaining there. So, yeah. So, let me take you over here. Nah, we're not going to do stereo A. What is this one? Okay. Now, we'll talk about this in just a second. But I do want to show you this real quick, too. Because this is the CME tracker. Now, this is NASA's version of it, all right? They take basically the same model, but they take different data points into consideration more so than others in certain areas between different, like, agencies, right? So they're forecasting. It's like a hurricane model. You get a bunch of them, and then when they start agreeing with each other, that's really when you know something's going to happen. NOAA's version of this model is right here. Okay, now you can see that, again, I'm not sure, the last image was created on the 14th. So, yeah, I mean, they haven't updated it for a few hours, but there's nothing there really to show that CME. So, I don't know I'm sure they'll update it as time goes on, but that's what's going on with that. Now, again, let me go back over here to the CME tracker NASA. So, you can see this. That's that one I just showed you guys. Now, it looks like it could clip Earth. Here, this yellow ball. This is the top-down version, right? This is our side version. So it does look like it's clipping us on the top-down and on the side version. So then you want to kind of look at your depth perception here, and you got Earth's orbital line around the sun stretched out in a straight line. So where you see this kind of get blurry, that's where the CME would be. And you can definitely see that it does look to clip Earth right there. So this model is kind of saying that. Hey, Bamboo. Sugar Bee, what's up? So, I mean, when you're seeing that, again, this isn't a perfect thing, right? And the only disadvantage to this NASA model is the fact that they'll never update this again. Not for this CME. They don't typically do that. What this will do is you'll see another CME and they'll show you that one. And then this one's it won't even be on the screen. So if we have another CME that's, that pops off, that one's going to go away because they'll start showing you the new one. And I'm sure there's a way to get the archived information. I just don't know how to do it. But you can definitely see on all three angles here, guys, that it does look to clip us. Now, it could give us a geomagnetic storm. We simply don't know. Now, I can tell you this. If we got hit like right in the middle of that, you see that color right there? Watch that color. That's black. Go down here. That's your density. That's at the top of the graph. Matter of fact, it's probably a little bit more than 60 on your density. What's normal? 4. Now, it doesn't, we see 10s and 20s hit us all the time, and sometimes it don't even do nothing to our magnetic field. It just depends on what shape our magnetic field is at the time. We've got a crack today, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to show you my crack. I'm going to show you the Earth's crack. Sorry. Bad joke. Anyway, so this is the Discover data, right? Now, what is the main, if anybody's been with me for a minute, what is the main data point we look at to see if we're really going to have a chance of getting in geomagnetic storm? The BZ, right? We look for -6 or bigger. And it shows up in purple when it is. Look out, and first off, let me just comment on how long it stayed that way. And it was popping in and out even after that. The second thing I want to show you here, guys, is, look, that's negative 20. Okay, so that means our magnetic field was pointed towards the south very, very far. Okay, so what that does is it makes, because the energy comes in easier on the poles. So when we're tilted, our magnetic field, not geographically, guys, the magnetic field, it's two different things. Okay, I'm not saying the North Pole or South Pole on the ground like, like the old candy cane poles and stuff. No, we're talking about the magnetic field, our protection against all this stuff. So it tilts towards the south, basically pointing the easier part for it to come in right at where it's at. So everything moves and everything just came together. So what you're looking at here is a very southerly tilted magnetic field. And that's why we got, if I can get back to it, a G2 storm. Now again, this didn't last very long because it was a solar wind, a coronal hole stream. Okay, so that, and again, guys, let me say this too. I've explained this before. Our magnetic field is not like a solid, like just covering around us. And while I'm talking about that, I'll take you guys over to this because this will help me explain it. It's more like I've said this before, it's like your grandma's Afghan that she, I'm aging myself again, but an Afghan isn't completely solid. It has like crocheted holes and stuff in it, right? That's really kind of more of what our magnetic field looks like. Okay, it's not perfectly strong everywhere. We've talked about the South Atlantic anomaly, which is, South America towards Africa. That whole area magnetically is weaker. Has been for a very, very long time. So when we get hit, and if our magnetic field is pointed at the sun, right? Well, what if we tilted to a position to where it was on, pointed right at a weak spot? What happens? Well, that happens. Okay? And it can even get stronger than that. What if we took a huge CME at the same time as we tilted towards a weak spot? That's when the stuff happens. Now, again, I want to say that this right here, we take a hit, right? If it bounces back up again really, really quick, our magnetic field typically won't have enough time to get back to its position to be able to give us a full protection. And it will make the next hit could even be weaker than the first, but it could give us a greater damage, or I don't want to call it damage, give us a greater, more powerful looking signature here, put us up higher in geomagnetic storm levels. Okay? So it's kind of like, because I talked about a CIR, which is basically the area in between two coronal hole streams, and the density sometimes builds up there. And when that density hits our magnetic field, sometimes it can give us geomagnetic storms. And it did that the other day. So I just want to point that out too. Okay, so we'll go back here and we'll check out these models. And again, most people understand this one the most. This is the magnetosphere model. This is magnetic pressure. Sun's off to the left. We all understand what pressure is. Obviously, the red's not really there all the time like this. Now, this is not like extreme. Okay, this is what I would call G1, G2 level looking stuff. It's not nothing that's serious, right? It's really not serious. It's just something normal we see and we got to pay attention. Okay, so when these things hit, that's what we're looking at. Why do we, I've been asked this, why do we look at these things when they're normal? Well, so we can tell, we have a comparison of what normal is to what something excessive would be. Because if you walked over to this graph and you'd never seen this before, this model, you would look at that and think, oh my God, that's a lot of red. Right? But I can sit here and confidently tell you that, yes, that's an uptick in red, but it's not like ring the bell red. You know what I mean? So that's why we have to look at it prior to and during. We have to do that. And there's so many, I don't want to go down that road tonight, so I'm not even really going to. There's so many other, not to say it, channels that will push something that's nothing. And I've really tried to not do that here. I haven't always been successful because I get excited sometimes myself, and I've learned what normal is when I'm looking at these. I've been looking at them for years now. So when something's different, I'll see it. Typically. Now, I get things wrong, but this is density, right? The blue is the more dense particles, and the white is the less dense. So it makes sense that the white, less dense material there, particles, would be inside our magnetic field, our protection, right? Because out here, that's all the big stuff, right? And it hits our bow shock and it kind of deflects it, absorbs it. But you know, when you get the cracks, that's how the stuff comes in. So this is the speed. Okay, and you can see waves come in. Now notice right here where the first kind of waves come in. Boom, boom, and then no more waves. Okay? That's all it took. We had a crack and we were tilted. That's all it took. Hey, what's up, Scott? So, yeah. Now, this is a good way for me to show you what a tilted magnetic field will do. See our auroras here? When's the last time you guys looked at an aurora model and seen it look like that? Not in a while. I can tell you that. Okay? Because they typically look like this, right? And then if we get hit with stuff, they'll look like the north does right here. Let me show you. Kind of like that, right? But this one really got elongated because our magnetic field was pointed towards the south. And this is aurora. This is a really good way to see it. And this is what I was saying earlier, guys. The auroras are going to show up a lot better over here in Europe. All right? It's a lot of aurora. It really is. Now, again, it didn't last long, and this wasn't really expected. Aurora photographers are typically on it anyway. They're not going to sit there and just wait on it to get there. They're going to be out there waiting to see it. They're going to be there, is what I'm saying. They're not going to be like on the couch or whatever and saying, oh gosh, we're under a storm. Then they rush out to their telescopes and their photography and all that kind of stuff. No, these guys are out there ready to go. And that's why these forecasts are so important for those guys. But you can definitely see that. Now, when I was saying earlier, mid and high latitudes, this is the Arctic Circle up here. That obviously would be high latitudes, but mid latitudes is down here where we're at. Okay? And it's not low latitudes, which would be equatorial. Right? So kind of here. Now, as I roll, if you took this and flipped it to the other side, where would that aurora be? Think about that. It would be over here. It would be down in mid latitudes. It is. It's broke that Arctic Circle over here. It's down lower than that. So you can see over here. I don't want to try to spin this around or anything, but yeah. So you got England right here. So they were catching aurora, in the northern parts of England. So yeah, Greenland's getting a show. That's for sure. It's kind of crazy. And see how far it just went? It went away? How fast that happened? That's all it takes, guys. Okay? Really does. It's all it takes. And you can see the same thing happen here. But it's showing up more elongated here. I did notice this, and I checked the timestamps here, guys. Watch this thing jerk a little bit. You see it kind of turn back that direction, and then the next capture, it went back the other way. See that? Look at that. Now, I don't know if that's a tool glitch. If it's not, I've not seen it do that before. I don't know what would cause that. I really don't. Unless our magnetic field was actually getting tugged on a little bit, kind of bouncing a little bit. And that definitely could be the case. Because like I said, guys, the energy comes in a lot more on the poles, magnetically. So if that stuff's moving back and forth a little bit, it would make sense that aurora would do something like that, right? At least it does to me. Here's our geoelectric field model. Now, I wish I'd caught this earlier, guys. I'm sorry, but you're going to get to see some of this. This is space weather's effect on our electrical grid. You know, long duration, transformer damage, that kind of thing. This definitely will show you what locations to be paying attention to. Right? Check it out. Right there. So, and if I was able to go back a little bit further, I would guess when those hit us, I would probably say that these things turned red and purple a little bit. It wouldn't have lasted long, but... So let's check out spaceweather.com. Guys, please go check these guys out. They do such a great job, and I know I say this a lot. I really do, but they really do. I mean, they're on it. I mean, the second something happens, they'll update this website typically. It's a really good site. Look at all the sunspots now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. Okay, and we got the big one up here getting ready to crest over the limb. So we got another one there, but some of these will be rotating off. Some of them might go away, come back, who knows. But like I said, these guys are fast. Look, they've already got pictures of this aurora. Crazy, huh? Who took these pictures? Let me find the name. I'm going to give them credit for that. That's, these guys work hard, believe it or, guys, believe it. Because they do. They work hard at getting these pictures. Sometimes they'll sit out there and not be able to get nothing. Who got this picture? Laura Kronich did that. And again, remember, guys, our solar cycle 25 is overperformed in every way. Okay, as far as sunspot production, anyway. Let me show you that one more time. I showed it to you guys yesterday. Here's their forecasted line, and we're above it almost the whole entire cycle so far. Except for right at the beginning, we had one data point go below. Now, we're going to see it bounce around, but what I'm saying, guys, is that we are definitely overperforming. Now, what I do want to point out, if you look at the same concurrent years from the previous sun cycle, you'll notice you're going to see a similar pattern. It's not going to be exact, but can you guys understand what I'm saying there? If you look at if you go back 11 years or roughly thereof and look at the data points, you'll see the spikes and the valleys, they almost start lining up with each other. But what makes it different is how high the spike is and how low the valley is, right? So and this is just telling you sunspot number. That is it. Okay, it's not going to tell you how powerful anything is. It's not going to tell you how many of these things blew and hit the earth with solar wind and CME and plasma and all that. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Lord Chris? That's my favorite, one of my favorite Canucks. Heck yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so let's let me try something here. I think, doesn't USGS have a volcano spot? Pretty sure they do. Well, let's just do this. Let's check out the buoys here because there were some tsunami concerns. And thank you for pointing that out, guys. I didn't even know that was going on. I've been spending some time with my wife tonight. The kids are, my daughter's with my sister, and my other son had to work, and anyway, yeah, we're here by ourselves and trying to do dinner and all that. Watch a movie. Anyway, these are wave heights. Okay. Let's go to event detail here. See what it gives us. Let's see here. Oh, wow. That looks to be a pretty Okay, now that's an hour, guys. So keep that in mind. Each one of these is an hour increment. So, wow. That didn't just like drop. That like tapered off. Again, I am not the earthquake guy. Okay? I'm just going to show this to you. Now, these are in minutes. So, obviously, that would be pretty quick. But it's taking a similar pattern. So, you know, guys, I don't want to missay something here. Because I don't know enough about this. Okay? But I can show you that these things are in event mode. And it would make sense if there was some sort of issue. So what's this say? Well, here's a... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want that. But I'm not seeing, because typically, if you go back over here to USGS, you'll see things, right? It'll show you if there's tsunami warnings, even if it is from a volcano. It would show it. It would say, "Hey, there's an issue." Let's go back. Sorry, guys. This is not something that I visit very much, is what I'm trying to say. I just don't know enough about it. Trying to see. See, it says tsunami stations in event mode. So the water moved, guys. And if there was a volcano over here, most certainly that's what happened. Okay, let's do this. What was the volcano called, guys? Tonga? Know what you guys said? Okay, here we go. We got it. Oh, wow. Tonga hit by tsunami. Look at that, guys. This is DW is the source here. DW.com. Okay. The American Samoa. Uh-oh. After a large volcanic eruption. Parts of Tonga's capital city have been flooded? Holy crap. Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at that, guys. Oh, my God. When did that happen, Rip? That's bad, guys. I hate this crap. I really do. Because you know people passed away in this. They had to have. Rip, you say there was another one after that one? There was a new big eruption in Tonga, huh? Oh, man. Yeah. It says the surge wave reached a height of 80 centimeters, which is 31 inches. Okay, so if you're looking in feet, you're looking at 2 foot, a little over 2 foot, 7 inches or something like that? About 2.5 feet. Citing sea level monitoring data, there is no information yet on property damage or casualties. Oh, wow. Check this out. We got sound. Twitter. Hate freaking Twitter. Sorry. I hate it. I truly do. Come on. All right, yeah, it's blue sky. I don't want the picture. I want the sound. Anyway, I don't like Twitter anyway. All right, well, we'll watch it here. Okay? Here we go. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Never got any notification on it or any earthquakes in that area. I haven't heard anything on MSM. It's like no one knew what was going on. It's interesting. Yeah, the surge would keep coming in for a while, I would think, until it leveled back out. You guys, it's kind of like this. You know, you got a bowl of water, obviously, and you shake it around a little bit. What's it do? You know, it gets high on one side, and it kind of rocks back and forth, and it takes it a minute to really come back to normal. So that's kind of what you get there, I think. A little, you know, of course, there's a whole lot of things that cause tsunamis. And again, I'm not the tsunami guy, guys. So let's watch this thing. Oh my God. Wow. Sets of 7, huh? I didn't know that, Rip. It's good info. Rip says the waves come in sets of 7. Guys, that's a big one. I don't see how any... Oh, did you see that volcanic lightning? Wow. Guys, that is not thunderstorm lightning. That is the electrons inside. That's how much energy is right there. When you see that lightning go off inside there, that didn't come from no thunderstorm above that volcano. The eruption caused that lightning. Here, let's take that back a little bit. You guys can watch that again. It happens right here. Wow. Did I go back too far? Or not far enough? Looks like it. Let's just watch it from there. There it went. See that? That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting ready to say, Scott. I thought, man, because I was looking at this as this was exploding, and I know everybody was up here looking at this, but you got to understand, guys, these things, they're, you know, how are mountains formed? Well, a lot of it's under the water. So, and that's what you're seeing here with these islands. It's a good point, man. Oh, wow, look at that. That's cool. I don't want to say anything about that's cool. It just looks cool. Wow. Man, that's a big one, guys. We're going to be hearing about this one for weeks. Guaranteed. Okay. Thanks, D. Thomas. Appreciate you. I'll check it out. You got links? You sent links to me? Okay. I might be able to go check that out here. Just okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Scott. We'll check that out real quick. Oh, wow! I did not expect that. Sorry, I don't mean to be over energized here or anything, guys, but daggone, check that out. Good link, man. Good link. What is it? That's a volcano. Caused a tsunami, Shelly. It's that is impressive. That's all I can say. Yeah, that island just man. I sure to God hope there wasn't a whole lot of population there. Now, I know it went to Tonga's capital city, but that was the satellite. Not the satellite, but the surge from the water. They say it made it to the capital city, but I don't know how much. That is crazy. Again, guys, I ain't trying to be overexcited here or anything, but I didn't expect to see that. Now remember, guys, that's from satellite imaging. That's above. They're looking down right on top of it. So if you take in consideration what we're looking at here, here's Fiji. That's the island of Fiji. Watch this thing. So from above, oh, watch that. Check out the wave that gets pushed out. Right here. Look at that. That is crazy. Oh, you just said the same thing, didn't you? Top view. See that shockwave? Yep. Wow. Yeah, no kidding, Greta. That's a big one, you know? And I don't think I'm over-exaggerating here, guys. I really don't. You guys know I try not to do that. Matter of fact, sometimes I'll downplay it more than what I should probably. But, because I'm trying to not do all that and get excited and let everybody see my excitement and misplace it for me being scared. It's not that at all. But that was crazy. That is, wow. Good link, Scott. Awesome. But yeah, man, I mean, look at that. You can see how it would it would have engulfed Fiji and all this. Wow. Okay, I'll check that out. Rip, I don't know. It's so hard. I don't know what time. What time did this happen? You might know. That's that's when that was posted. But when did it actually happen? 86,000 volcanic lightning within the eruption column. Holy crap. Just before nightfall over here. Wow. Let me check this one out you just sent me. That's a big one, guys. I mean, that ain't no joke. That's another good one. And that's a gift that it does the same thing, man. That's, wow. That's amazing. And not amazing in like a good way. It's just I hate to say it like this, but it's like a train wreck. You can't not look at it. You know what I mean? Look at the shockwave you guys were talking about. Now, one thing I will say, okay, before people start, because I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of theories on what's going on here, but that shockwave did not come until after this plume got up here. Okay, it all happened at the same time. So, if that helps anybody figure out what they think that is, I think it's a volcanic eruption. What caused it? Again, that's for other people to talk about because I don't know enough about it. Obviously, guys, I would say this, these kinds of events, even though they're catastrophic and crazy to look at and all that, and they're not all that, I don't want to say they're rare, but they're not common, but they do happen. Okay? That's one thing I would put out there. This one? Okay. Oh, what kind of imaging is that? What kind of imaging is that? I mean, that is not your typical satellite image for sure. You definitely could kind of see what happened there. It's almost like it's showing you almost like a gravity wave, you know what I'm saying? And it's like as it's blowing up, you can see, like, if you look in the middle as it starts to erupt, and it's like you can see how it's kind of pulling from the sides and then it erupts back out. And I would say that would be normal for a volcano to look like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like what you just said there. I'm not going to say it, but yeah. Hey, don't speak. What's up? It definitely looked like that, doesn't it? I mean, it definitely looked like a big mushroom cloud, from the top there. I wonder what kind of imaging that is. It's almost like, I don't know. Because if you look around the edges here, you can kind of see it get blurry way out here. Watch. See that? I don't know. I don't know what kind of imaging that is. Here, let's make it big. Maybe they tried to put like a composite of different satellite captures together or something. It's kind of what it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of got that look. I don't know. They got sound with it? Nope. Wow. Yeah, go do that for me, D. Thomas, please. Yeah, post it right there in the chat. Here. There, you're a moderator for right now, okay? That way you can post the link there in the chat. I guess I could have just gave you permission. It's in Tonga, Sophia. It's out in the Pacific Ocean. Be what? The Western Pacific is what they call that? Yeah, it was, wasn't it, Becca? I didn't expect to be online like this for this long. Every time I want to just do it quick to get people some information, something like this always happens. Man. Riverstorm, what's up? ETN News has a link saying there is an earthquake. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a volcano, guys, you're going to have an earthquake. There is nothing that is going to even change that. It can't happen without it. I mean, it's shaking the earth. I mean, yeah, that's right, isn't it? Don't speak. I mean, you get ready to go do something, and then bam, stuff like this happens. Yeah, I would think that we're going to start. That's guys, you got to people that don't have a whole great big amount of knowledge on this, like myself. I have enough to say this: that when we're talking about earthquakes, we're talking about volcanoes, those kinds of things. They're all tied together. It's all seismic activity, and they will typically happen on or near fault lines. But here, let me go ahead and play this again so you guys can watch it. Yeah, it's not a good one, man. I mean, I just don't like bad stuff like that. I don't want to, again, like I say, I don't want to over crazy here. Hey, D. Derringer, what's going on? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a volcano in Tonga. Look at another view. They show erupting from other angle. Yeah, we got a side view here, I think. Oh, man, I X'd out of that. I think. Yeah, I did. Psst, stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I X'd out of that one. Julie, I don't know. I had the same question. I don't know. I couldn't see any kind of like it's you see these buoys, guys, and if let's see here. There's the Solomon Islands. Here's Fiji. Okay? So you've got that, see, it's right here next to that trench. The Tonga Trench. Look at that. Okay, is it down further here, maybe? I don't know exactly where it's located, but this is Fiji, so it would be off this way. There's a Tonga, again, there's a Tonga Trench. I would imagine it's kind of right here. So it would have to, the volcano would be right there somewhere. Tonga and American Samoa, yeah, they're pretty, yeah. If you guys want to, trust, I would definitely trust Rip on that, guys. He's Hawaiian by descent. Okay, thanks, D. Thomas. Appreciate you. Big volcano, Johnny. Caused big tsunami. Oh, wow. Oh, you're over there on, yeah, the page. I got that on my, I could have brought that up. I didn't know that's what you were going to show us. But no, it works for sure. Let me, wow. It is interesting that you got a storm system like right next to it, but it's right here, guys. So let me go ahead and I'll zoom in so we can see that. Some of you might not be able to see that very well. Oops. Okay, what did I do here? Dummy. What did I do? Anyway, hold on. It's right here. So watch it explode right here where my cursor is. Boom. Wow. Crazy, guys. Who's on alert? I would say that because the tsunami went towards, I'm not sure what exactly direction, wherever the capital city was. I don't know if Fiji would have been there for the tsunami. I'm sure they had some increased wave height. But if we take into consideration where we're at here and we go back to the buoys, this is where the volcano was. Okay, these two are in event mode, so it went that way. Okay, so if you got your volcano here, just kind of split these two buoys in the middle. That kind of gives you, yeah, it went right towards Fiji. It would have had to. For this buoy to go off from something caused from over here, it would have to go right past right over Fiji. Now, I'm not saying that the water got high enough to really screw these people up. I'm just saying that that's the direction that it went. And unfortunately, this is what I don't like about this site, and it ain't their fault, I guess. It's really not their fault. There are no buoys over here. Okay? Now, one thing I will say, there is this one down to the south that's active, but it's not in event mode. And it would be, because if the volcano's here, it would be roughly about the same position away. Now, again, guys, you got to understand, too, underwater in the ocean, there's topography. Okay? Like the chromatic trench, and that's the Tonga Trench there. Okay? So you got, just like on, if you're up here on solid ground, you got mountains, you got hills, and all that kind of stuff. All right, I'll check that out. You guys are awesome tonight. Appreciate you. Oh wow. D. Thomas, thank you. I really do appreciate that. You too, Scott. Sorry. you know I appreciate that. So yeah. Oh, Joe, you're on the East Coast? That is kind of crazy, man. That really is. That's not a cool thing to see. I mean, let me say this again. It's cool to look at, right? But when you're looking at something that you know has a strong possibility of taking somebody's life, it's hard to not take that in consideration when you're looking at it. You know what I mean? Again, I have to say this. It's like looking at a train wreck. You can't take your eyes off of it. Yeah, Fire, are you still in here? Because she's over there too. She's in she's over there, I think, in New Zealand. Australia, I can't remember exactly where, but wow, guys. Man, that's some crazy stuff, guys. Hey, Bernard. Yeah. You know, guys, I stay ready. You know, he says, get ready to meet your maker. I stay ready. You know, once you get there, you gotta stay there. You know, and like I said, when I say I'm not fearful of this kind of stuff, I'm not. Because we have absolutely no control over it, right? All we can do is control our little space that we occupy in this world. And, you know, hopefully help other people. I've had 4 blackouts in my neighborhood tonight. Everything goes dark. Where you at, Michael? Just roughly. Don't give me like your exact location, please. Yeah, you don't want to do that. My wife got me a Kool-Aid Man tumbler. Custom made, baby. Awesome stuff. Got me another link there, DD? All right, I'll check it out. Is it going to make me sign into Facebook? I hope not. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff there. Whoo! Yeah, these guys are out there, man. Check them out. That's their geological service right there. Wow. Look at that, guys. Oh, Mississippi? Yeah, you guys are getting snow, aren't you? Depending on how far south you are. Yeah, you guys are going to have a bad time down that way, guys. And while I'm talking about this real quick, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to my channel there real quick. Actually, I'm just going to go back to the live feed here. Come on. All right, so if you guys go down to the description box, actually, I'm just going to go to my channel. All right. If you go down to the description box, guys, there is. Let's see here. Not sure if it's going to show up here or not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I hate that when it does that. But guys, if you go over here to the lifeboat, you'll see a live feed that ain't here on my, for whatever reason. I don't know why. Actually, let's just do this. There it is. Okay? You will see Rip here talking to my boy Tommy. Did an interview, guys. It's a great interview. If you guys don't know,
at the time too.
Okay, please go over and check him out. I pinned it to the top in the chat. Okay, it's in the description. Please go check it out. Here is a link to Rip's channel. Right here. He's in my description box too. Alright, go check him out. Scott's link's in my description box too. Check him out. Mark Pires, check him out. Right? And I know, guys, hey, I get it. Yeah, thank you, Fi. Appreciate you. Are you East Coast Australia, Fi, or are you somewhere else? You ain't got to tell me your exact location. I forget. I'm not sure if you're Australia or New Zealand. I've asked you that before, and I'm sorry. My memory sucks. Yeah, the armament. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, go check those videos out, guys. Go check them all out, guys. Seriously. Look at everything you can look at. I mean, serious. It's, yeah. Is Rampage in here? Oh, there you are, my brother. What's up? Good to see you. Yeah, friends. Yeah. Yes. Guys, let me tell you. Rip is man, such an upstanding dude. I mean, you can't, yeah. You could, guys, let me tell you this. And it's probably why you guys hang around with me a lot. You're East Coast? Oh, okay. All right. You're not like actually on the coast. Okay. Thank you. I was just curious. He's sincere. You can tell, guys. I mean, if you can't, I'm sorry you can't, because that's something I can do. I can tell when somebody's being sincere with me and when they're not. And this particular interview here, guys, if you guys have anybody in your life, and I would say that you probably do, that has struggled with any kind of an addiction and any kind of getting to the other side, and what people go through in the early stages and how it's changed over the years on how we get to a sober lifestyle. And Rip over here gave a heck of an interview, and basically he was showing you what it used to be like to what it's like today and what he went through and his struggles. And it's a really good representation of how things have actually moved whatever direction it moved. And so I really hope you guys go over here and check it out. Even if you don't know nothing at all about addiction or anything like that, you're going to learn something by this. I promise you, if you don't know somebody that's been addicted or is addicted, or if you are addicted, you'll eventually in your life, you're going to find somebody you care about that's going to get hit with this crap. Yeah, thanks, D. Thomas. Appreciate you. I do. I appreciate that, guys. It humbles me every time you guys say stuff like that, because, guys, I mean, I've come such a long way to get to where I'm at today, and I'm not, nowhere where I'm not highly educated. I don't have any secondary education on any of this stuff. This is just stuff that I grabbed a hold of, and it is, I try my best. And when you guys say stuff like that, it does mean the world to me. I don't monetize my channel, guys, so why else would I be out here? You know what I mean? If that makes any sense to people. I don't usually say that a whole lot because I don't think I want to focus on whether or not I'm monetized or not. It's like people use that. They say, oh, I'm not monetized. Well, okay, so? You know what I mean? It's like it's a feather in their hat. It's like they're trying to get some sort of credibility out of that. Like they're intentionally not monetized. And they think that makes them look better in the public eye. when in reality, it probably means a whole lot of nothing to almost everybody listening to me. Because I can promise you this, there ain't nobody in this community getting rich off of this. No matter what you're doing. Okay? All you guys got to do is go over to Social Blade. Go over to Social Blade and type in any YouTube channel you want to see. You will see their estimated earnings if they're monetized. And you will not see in this community very many people that could actually make a living doing this. That's what I'm saying. If people use it for a secondary income, go for it, guys. I'm serious. I don't. I just don't. And there is some freedom there, guys. Because I don't monetize, I don't have to worry about, like, if I post a video, if they demonetize it. I don't have to worry about any of that crap. So I can actually play mainstream music to you guys. I don't care. They can have all the revenue. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't make me any better than anybody else that monetizes. We're the same spot. So people that are out there screaming, I ain't monetized, that means absolutely nothing to me. And I really hope it don't mean anything to you guys, because what's really important ain't what they're saying right there, where I'm not monetized. What's really important is what comes out of their mouth in every one of their videos. That's what's important to you and me. I mean, my God. And and anybody that gets paid doing this, there's a lot of time wrapped up into this stuff. And I mean a lot. It is 10 till 4 East Coast time in the morning. Where am I at? I'm sitting in front of my computer talking to you guys, doing space weather and talking about volcanoes and stuff, right? I've been here for almost 2 hours now, I think. So take that in consideration, right? And me and Tommy are running the Lifeboat channel. So what I'm saying is, guys, I don't come out here and start pointing to it and saying, hey, boom, 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 I'm doing all this, I'm doing all that. Or I gave the world this and I gave the world that. No. I didn't give the world anything other than my time. And I try to do the best I can to show people what I think I know. And I do this because I care. And I do this also because this is something that interests me. And then when we do the lifeboat thing over here, obviously that's near and dear to my heart. And we really do. We try hard. Hey, Anita. Hey, Angela. Oh, you're in Israel. That's cool. Thanks, Awakening. Appreciate you. Exactly, Rip. I mean, yeah. So you put it all into words for me. Monetized or not, it's irrelevant. It's the person's intentions and motivations that matter. And how they live people and bring people together. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Tell me about it. I have 6 years doing this. It's a lot of work and research. Yes, exactly. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, honestly, you guys think we can just push go and just do whatever we do? Look at all the tabs. Can you guys can't see them. So I got the window pulled up a little bit. But I'll count the tabs I got right here in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here, let's do it this way. 1, 2. Seeing all this? You guys think that is just, or not you guys, okay? I'm not saying you guys. I'm talking about people that really like harp on these kinds of things. And you go here. Here. I mean, this takes time, guys. Especially if you're going to upload an edited video. Live streaming's quicker because, once it's there, it's there. You can't edit it. So when you're trying to upload a video, you try to make it as perfect as you can. So that even takes more time. Guess what else it takes? It takes a little bit of trying to educate yourself on how to edit things, how to get the right programs, how to do this and how to do that. It can sometimes, guys, like the Lifeboat channel. I had to figure out how to run the live streams from my house where I'm at on the eastern part of the country to where Tommy's at in Nevada. Okay? So and I figured it out. But that takes time. That's my point. Yeah, thousands of dollars in computer software, computer program. Guys, I'm telling you, this is not something you can just snap your finger and go. Now, when I first started, I was on a broken phone. And if you went back and looked at my really early videos, you'd probably be squinting and looking. And it's amazing that I made it even out of the gate. So, and I really had no intentions of doing any of this at all. But once I started doing it, I found out I really liked it. And, there's been quite a few times, especially here as of late, I have to say, that I thought about just dropping it all. I really have. At least here on this channel, because there's so much hate. So much hate. And as much as we say that, oh, I don't care what that person says or that person says, man, I guess I'm a different breed. I don't know. Because words mean things. Words hurt. And whether, if I'm reading the comment section, I'll get, here, just for an example, you'll get 9, 10, 20 good comments. And you're feeling real good. Yeah, cool, man. That's cool, man. And you'll get one bad one. And then you have to fight yourself in your brain not to concentrate on that one bad one after you just read 30 good ones. You see what I'm saying? So, you guys know the stance I take. If it, don't do it. There's no reason to, my mom, again, guys, I'm not going to make this go on any longer than what it is, but my mom, if I ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. If I had a dollar for every time she said that, I wouldn't even be nowhere near no YouTube because I'd be living in some mansion somewhere. You know what I mean? So why can't people just do that? And there's something really cool, too, about YouTube and social media. There is see, here we go. Look, there's a bot in here throwing porn sites. You see what I'm saying, guys? Come on. If I knows all about that. And I guarantee you that it's probably somebody that is just trying to give me problems or whatever. And I don't care about that stuff anymore. I just don't. But there's really something really neat about YouTube and Facebook. And yeah, you did. Thank you. And Twitter and everything else, any kind of social media. You know what the best thing about these social media sites are? If you're watching something and you don't like it, there's this big red X in the top right corner of every window. And if you guys don't know this, you can actually click that X and then you don't have to watch what you don't like. That's a really cool thing about social media. Did anybody else know that red X was there besides me? Anybody? And yes, I'm making a joke, obviously, right? But what I'm saying is, if you don't like what somebody has to say, hit the X button, go somewhere else. That's all you got to do. Honestly, there's no sense in, because there is probably, if I had to guess, there's more than 2/3 of our society that are good people versus bad. Mine's red, and maybe yours isn't, but, well, the X is white. There's a red box around it. You're right. Be crouched, for sure. Oh, you're killing me. So yeah, I mean, guys, seriously, guys, it's just, if you don't like what you're watching, don't watch it. It doesn't mean you have to go try to ruin somebody's day or anything like that. I just don't see how productive that is for anybody. I don't see how anybody stays mentally happy. I just don't, because you know, some of the hate that I've gotten over the years, and anybody else, and you know, Rip's got hate. We've got, you know, no matter where you're at, no matter what channel you're doing, okay, you could be running a channel like Mr. Beast that literally gives out millions of dollars. And he still has haters. It cracks me up. That right there is just, that speaks it all. He literally gives away millions of dollars on his channel. I appreciate you, man. I really do, Patriot. Yep. That's a good one. You can be baking cupcakes and get haters. Yeah, I seen that, BK, when I was over looking at the earthquake report here. See it right here, guys? Kansas, right in the middle of the country. You know, something I've noticed, and I'm not sure if it has anything at all to do with it, but it's just an observation I've made. When we get these big storms here, like, I'm talking like weather storms on the planet, it seems like we end up having some sort of seismic activity around there a lot of the times. Not every time. What's that? Okay, let me check that out. I'll check that out real quick, D. Thomas. After I show you guys this, I am going to have to get off here, guys. I'm sorry. I got stuff I have to do today, and I got to get at least a little bit of sleep. My God, they're going to give me enough coupons? Look at that. That's some crazy stuff. Oh, wow. EarthView 360. Let's check that out. Oh, man, I got to download stuff. Yeah, I'll check that out later. But thank you for that. I definitely will be downloading that. That looks like that'd be pretty cool. But there's the picture, guys. Look at that. You make cupcakes and post them, and people hate that too. See, Lori, I'm telling you, guys, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Just what in the world? Hey, Cokery 955, what's going on? Yeah, haters gonna hate. It's sad. That's right. You're right, Patriot. Family first, always. Hey, Becca. Say hi to you again. Yeah, haters gonna hate, man. I mean, I know we say that and it sounds kind of gangster and all, but it's the truth. It really is. And you know, we've got a saying that we say over on the lifeboat. You know, you got to hate the hate, not the hater. Because the only way to get that person not to be like that again is to not hate them back. Thanks, George. Blue Kool-Aid 2024. Listen, never. No. How about we do George? George 2024. I'll be your campaign manager. I'll do that, but I ain't stepping out front. Wow. That's interesting. Probably a keto hating on the cupcakes. Who said that? I gotta go back up. That's funny. Amy Lampisona says, probably a keto freak hating on the cupcakes. That's funny. Wow. That was a good one. Back at you, BK. Yeah. I mean, and we do at some level, but you know, the attitude I've taken, Dirt Man, is the fact that, you know, and I don't want to, like, because I don't really talk about religion and stuff here, But, there's stuff in the Bible that's good, even if you're not a religious person, right? Proverbs and all that kind of thing. But you can't save anybody unless you go to the place that they need saved. Right? So if somebody's being negative, I really try to let them have their voice and say what they need to say in the hopes of maybe the people that are already here, they can start seeing what they're talking about, hear me the way that I talk and my attitude, and maybe it'll help. I've seen it. I've seen people do that right here in my own chat. I've seen people take a 180 just because they see how that we're really not like that, however they thought we were. And that's why I don't just immediately throw a wrench at somebody. Unless I know what the account is. If they come in here and they say something that's just completely, you know what I'm saying, guys. But if somebody comes in here that I've never seen before and they, they're giving me a bunch of, whatever, what they do is they'll start throwing questions at me that they think I can't answer. And what they find out really, really quick is the fact that if I can't answer it, that's exactly what I'll say to them. I don't know the answer to that. What's the answer? I mean, honestly. Because I never have sat out to disprove anybody or to prove what anybody was saying. I always set out with the intentions of just finding the truth, whatever it is. We question things in our life, we go try to find the answers. And, those of us that are doing that in a genuine way, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. The people that aren't, eventually, they're going to have to make a change, or they're just not going to be happy whatsoever. There are more good people in this world than there are bad. And even some of those bad ones make mistakes, and they don't even realize they're being bad. You know what I mean? So I like to try to give people that chance to be able to see that, we're not those kinds of people. And they can come here and not have to feel like they have to, wear that big defensive badge all the time. It truly is like that for me. I took space weather because I was interested in it, and it turned into me trying to give people the positivity too. Right? Yeah, that's right, A3 Anomalies, for sure. It's just, yeah. But yeah, guys, I think I am going to go ahead and get off here. I've been on here for way too long. Probably going to get 5 more views after this is done, which, guys, listen, I don't do my videos for views. I do my videos for people that want to come see what I'm saying, for you guys. But I do kind of like to branch out and go, and that just lets me know that I'm doing something. You know what I mean? It's a good way to see how you're doing on your channel. But please go check out Rip's channel. Go check out the Lifeboat. Go check out Scott's channel. Go check out Mark's channel. Go check out Tom. I mean, I could sit here and just name everybody's channel. And just go look at my description box. You'll see links there. Okay? So go check them out. And like I said, guys, don't let the hate get to you, no matter where it's coming from. These people here, they don't need no hate right now, do they? What if there was somebody over here, and this is just one more thing, and then I'm getting out of here. What if somebody over here is running a YouTube channel in Tonga, and you wanted to be a jerk and go mess with this person, and you didn't know that he lived in Tonga, and you went over there and gave him a bunch of crap, right? And then all of a sudden, this happens. And then somehow you find out that that person you were talking to lost his life. How would you feel? Just keep that in mind. Every time you're on here, we're real people. This is real life to us. This is real life. When people say things to me, it affects me, whether I say it does or not. My responsibility is to react to it the correct way. But I have to say, when that hate gets excessive, it's hard to do that. And I've been pretty successful. And when it does do that, I will step back for a minute because I need to. Because if I don't, I'm going to hit that red X for the last time. And I won't be back. And that's why I step back for a minute sometimes, guys. I have to. I can't do that. I just can't listen to it all the time. So if you're one of those people out there that think it's just a joke to go troll people, just know when you say something bad, at least to me and the people that I hang around with, it does affect them. Okay? Now, you may not give two craps about that. If you don't, I feel sorry for you. So, anyway, go spread some love, guys. That's what this is about. Life in general. And, yeah. So, just know, guys, I love all you guys. You guys know this. Or I still would, I just wouldn't be here. Rip did a great interview on the lifeboat. Please go check it out. Please. It's in the, right up here. And it's pinned in the comment section at the top. It's in my description. Please go subscribe to the lifeboat over there while you're there. Give it a chance. And you're going to find that you're going to learn a lot about addiction. You're going to learn a lot about just living your best life. You're not going to be judged there. I will tell you that. Hey, Natasha. There is no judgment there. Okay? Even if you're currently using or whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter to us. Okay? So know that. And, like I said, watch Rip's video. Give the lifeboat a subscription. Click that bell if you want to or whatever. But give it a chance. And by all means, go over to Rip's channel too. Most of you guys here are probably subscribed to Rip anyway. I don't know if you are or not. But like I'm saying, we got to help build everybody's channel, guys. We really do. Have to. Nobody else is going to help us build it, right? I mean, oh man. But just go check out all the channels in my description box, and we're going to roll with that, guys. Do I like cupcakes? On point, Christian, on point. Love it. I am going to end it on that note, though. That was an awesome way to end it. And I will say this, too. Thanks, D. Thomas, for all the links. Scott, thank you, sir, for all those links. Those were great. Great views there, guys. But give these guys some prayers, positive thoughts, whatever your gig is. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot about this. So, anyway, love you guys. God bless. Yahusha saves. Tom. Oh, goodness. And you can drink this Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. Go make some cupcakes. Spread some love.